So here we are coming up. This is my grandpa's old, I think we decided it was a 49 CJ3A, to be honest. But none of us are really that sure. We're not really Jeep people. But this is current day here. So the video you're about to watch is just us doing this thing from start to finish. The story behind this here Jeep is my dad's buddy showed up with it on a trailer. He pulled it out of his old farm and he was going God knows where with it. It was in pretty rough shape. So we didn't plan on anything. He just came on through. Well, it turns out my grandpa loved it. He used to have one on his farm. He's never even been a car guy. I've never seen him have any interest in any old cars. And it turns out this Jeep, this is what did it for him. So we bought it and gave it to him for his 80th birthday. He's 83 years old, and yeah, we just now finally got it done. I mean, it's been maybe done for a few weeks now. The last thing we did is put the windshield on it. But unfortunately, whenever we started working on this thing was when we first started shooting video, and we were not very good at it, still aren't, learning. But there was a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. So there was some radio being played, so we couldn't use the audio, so we didn't know you couldn't take that out, and there was copyright issues. There's a lot of footage lost. I have 2 GoPro cameras that I used to record. I didn't realize they were using the same naming convention, so I kept replacing files on accident for probably 4 months before I figured that out, because I was so behind on my video editing that I just never got to it. And then finally one day it clicked. But you know, I did the best I could here. I feel like, you know, it's some pretty valuable things to watch. Some pretty decent activities take place here. So we're gonna start with getting it to run. Nobody has any idea when the last time it ran is. My dad's buddy we got it off of said he had paid a guy to work on it a little bit and try and get it going, but he never did, I believe. So yeah, that's where we started, and that's where we're gonna pick up.
Why y'all need this? Y'all are getting worse about not recording shit, not better.
Oh man. Yeah, the thorns are awful. Alright, so I say we let's try to just do the drain plug first. The fuel line, I think what we do is just try to blow it out.
If we can get it loose, we'll try to blow it that way.
Do what? We probably could.
Anything else we're gonna take loose?
Practically could spray the whole bottom.
Where did you say it was used? Over here?
Ah.
Yeah, hot, very hot.
Hey, anybody wants to see anything worked on? Wait, what is it? Oh, it's a Nissan Murano? Yeah.
Yeah, no chance.
Ow.
No Muranos, no Ford Escapes,
Yeah, right.
no F-150s. Okay. It's cherry Suburban. It's unbelievable how good it is.
You ever see me like inverse fire yet?
What do you want? You gotta get, Ah!
ketchup today, and I just washed the bean pot and I got orange.
Integrity Farms Weed has seen a 400% increase in sales since the shutdown in March. I see Thomas Turner out there. Thomas opened a restaurant and soda soap op. Doesn't seem like such a good idea now, does it, Turner? And there's some Harley jobs who owned and operated their own tanning salon. Whoops. But I can't stand her alone because and that's why I'm very proud to announce that Integrity Weed is having a pandemic season. And over our best weeds, you get 10% off our usual price. Not only that,
Hey, y'all talk a lot of shit. When I say they don't make them like they used to, they don't make them like they used to, man.
Look at those spark plugs. You didn't even change them.
No, we didn't change anything. These two right here are so corroded, you would think they couldn't make a spark.
Put some water.
Yet, they're running quite well. Alright.
What is that thing?
There's a little blow by.
What is that popped up above?
What?
It looks like it's supposed to do that.
Might be the exhaust thingy.
Heat riser.
Hey, winter's coming. We might need to add. Up, shut up.
No! God!
Alright. Let's see if the clutch works. Okay. No. What do you mean, me? That's great. Gotta start the wheels turning. Don't know if they're gonna be able to stop them. Feels clutchy. Here we go.
Oh no, Billy, can you guys hear me? I just said it.
Probably want to change the oil and plugs, eh? And wires.
Alright. When I started this pandemic, she's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah. She finds out I started the pandemic, she's gonna be a total bitch about it.
yeah, look, man. I just want to say thanks. You know? Okay? Yeah, good. Let's try this again.
I saw Willy stuff not wearing a mask in the changing room at Ross.
Bill. Hey, this thing's been sitting outside and we just got it running.
Sealed up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still just utter shit at how bad this is. They went in the gear and moved on the lift.
I know. What is that? Is that the brake master cylinder right there? That little, that's gotta be it. Was it a remote reservoir?
No, it's a little reservoir on top.
How would you put fluid in it?
Oh, there's a hole there.
Being a camera person.
Oh man, what a mess that is.
Yes. Easy access? I don't think so. Is more of the floor removable?
No. Maybe you can get your monster hands in there to turn that.
Is it supposed to turn? This thing here on top?
Half broken, here's some channel locks.
No, JR had one in here And he thought it was the right one, but I mean, if you don't get underneath here and look at it, you wouldn't know.
Okay, it needs a master cylinder.
The Revelation, right? Revelation, right?
Revolution.
This truck is Chinese, ain't it?
What?
This is
Hey,
Chinese.
did you just dent my fender with your fat ass?
No. But
Close the window at least.
I felt it flex.
Close the window so I don't fill it with shit.
Oh. You probably want. God. Okay, pretty entertaining. We were all shocked actually how quick they got that running. It didn't take a whole lot, and it actually sounded pretty daggum good. So the thing that Gramps cared about the most was how it actually looked. Curb appeal. He's not an engine guy. He's not big on any of that really. So all he cared about was how it looked whenever he walked up to it and when he drove it down the road. So the next step in the process was to strip the entire exterior. That's where the footage really started to fall off a little bit. But I got a little bit of me stripping it. I got some pictures that I'll show of the finished product once it was stripped down. The tool that I used in it is called an Eastwood wheel. They do not pay us for saying anything, but my God, that thing is a lifesaver, man. So if anybody's thinking about doing something like that, I highly recommend getting yourself one. It makes it a breeze. So show you getting it stripped down, what that looks like, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, unfortunately, the next step that we did in this process is we painted the exterior. I have no footage of that whatsoever, unfortunately. I don't know if we weren't recording or if I lost it all or if it's a combination of both or what. But you can see it turned out pretty daggum good, man. We ended up ordering the paint from a website called Willy's, and they had the original Army paint. So we got the Army green, and that's all we got. And then I would just use some gloss or some semi-gloss black for the frame rails and for some other components, the axles, that good stuff. There was a lot of debate on how far we were going to go with this originally. We were trying to get it done quickly. So this is where we ended up here. So we ended up with this, doing the body first and then moving on to the interior.
All right, so we're all too fat to drive this Jeep with the new seats. So we're having to cut out the fender well and move the seat backward. So that's what I'm doing here. Just clearancing it for fat people. I could lie and say, oh, we're too tall, but it's mostly just too fat.
Welcome to the shit show.
Alright, here we are. Patch panels are in place. I bought us some more room for the seat here in the old Willys. So we're going to go ahead and clean up all these welds. Get a little Bondo on here. See if we can't smooth this puppy out and make it look at least a little factory. Get this side over here too. Buy some space. Probably going to make a lot of people mad, but whatever. It's our Jeep. Get over it.
all that work for those seat cutouts, man. I think that turned out to be some of the finer work that we did. I don't know how well I can get up in here with these seats bolted down, but you'll see it is pretty seamless. They turned out quite well once it was all said and done. Let's see here. So I'm very happy with that. The last final step for what we were doing was to prep the interior and get it ready for paint. So this is where the biggest problem was, and the biggest drawback from doing things out of order, because we didn't know what all we were going to end up doing. So when I prepped the interior, I mean, obviously I did shifters, we did steering column, we did pedals, we did everything, the whole floor. The product that we planned on using is actually a great product. Again, I don't get paid for this, but I will throw it out there. It's called Pour 15. If nobody's ever heard of it, I think we got it at Summit. So it can actually be put on top of surface rust as well. Completely seals it, acts like a primer. Fantastic stuff. Really cool. We had never used it before. Because we painted the exterior first and then did the Pour 15 and had never done it before, we didn't realize how thin it was. So you'll see there are imperfections on the exterior paint coming out of this hole here. If you tried to sand it off a little bit, didn't work at all. Coming out of the filler gas tank hole, that stuff was so thin that it would just run right through any hole that it was given. I feel like there's actually a couple more around here. So I don't know what we're going to do about that or how we're going to try and repair that at this point, but Gramps doesn't seem to mind it at all. We're going to try and do something to make it look a little better. We're not going to repaint the whole Jeep though, because it's flat. Apparently you can't just do that one little spot. So any suggestions in the comments would be fantastic. But I mean, all in all, it turned out pretty good. We got he bought these new seats from Summit Racing. Slapped them in here, and voila, man. This is what we ended up with. Got this pretty nice Jeep. Here's another thing that made me a little upset. Shop kitty jumped up on here while I was drying, so there's also some kitty paw prints on there. Well, yeah, I mean, I went down, we did the frame. I didn't prep the frame on or off the vehicle. I did the frame on it, so just prepped it up while it was all still attached and painted it from underneath while I was on the lift. But all in all, it turned out really, really, really well. This windshield was also pretty cool. If you take a closer look, our glass guy did a really, really good job. He subset it like a modern day windshield, which we all thought was pretty cool. Not really anything about this is original. It's just kind of hodgepodged into something that the old guy really, really, really likes. Even the star, we didn't paint the star. This is just cut out vinyl that we cut with a vinyl cutter. That way, if it has any problems, we'll just peel it off and put another one on there, man. Managed to get all the way through the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give us a like. If you want to see some more content, hit that subscribe button. We're working on getting better video quality, obviously. We're finally back working on the Apache and the International, so I'll have a video out on both those trucks here in the upcoming weeks. I also have a video for the next couple days of us surprising my grandpa, old guy's dad, with his Jeep when it was ready. He had no idea that we had gotten it done, so we were able to surprise him and my grandma with it. So that's pretty exciting, and I'll have that out in the next couple days. Thanks for watching.